And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So first of all, I want to start today's video by apologising for my 5-day hiatus. It was unplanned, unintentional. My laptop in which I record, edit and upload from has been broken. That's now repaired for the time being. I do need to replace it long term in the future, but that's besides the point. So apologies for that. We have missed a lot of Celtic news. Of course, we missed transfer deadline day, which is never a good thing due to that being the most busiest time of any clubs, throughout the year really. Any clubs are pretty busy throughout that time if they are still involved in the transfer window trying to make moves happen, which of course Celtic were. And we missed the disappointing 1-1 draw to Aberdeen. We'll discuss that in just a second, not in too much detail because we are very late now. And of course, we are playing Hibernian tomorrow, so we're looking towards that match rather than looking behind that disappointing result. We missed the signing of Ida on the transfer deadline day. David Turnbull being sold as well to Cardiff City. We missed injuries to Cameron Carter-Vickers, Atate, Greg Taylor. So yeah, very annoying. Apologies for it. Was unintentional, but of course we do have some news to discuss in today's video with regards to the Hibernian clash, and we'll discuss that in just a second. So the disappointing 1-1 draw to Aberdeen, I do think we were the better side throughout the game, but it comes down to, again, not finishing our chances, not being clinical in front of goal, which has kind of been the pattern through most of our drop points this season. I feel like we are dominating most teams, bar maybe the Ross County game where we actually won, but we weren't great throughout. I didn't think we were that good. But I do think we were the better side against Aberdeen, just again, not being clinical enough. So it's a shame. And of course, a player that we linked to through the last two transfer windows, Mivioski, scored that goal as well to give Aberdeen the lead. And then our new boy, Nicholas Kuhn, scored his first goal for the club as well, which I guess is a nice thing to see, but it's still a disappointing result overall. And of course, Rangers won their game as well, and they're now getting closer and closer to us in the title race. So it's going to be a tight one this year, which is annoying. But again, the transfer window was piss poor. We spoke about this midway through. Again, there was no strong links of players being linked to the club. We signed Nicholas Kuhn halfway through. And then we got to transfer deadline day, and it felt like a bit of a panic buy to get Ida in through the door, just to add some more depth into those striking positions on the pitch. And he's come through now on loan until the end of the season, of course. There's no obligation to buy him. It's a straight loan. The transfer fee, if we were to make it permanent, if we wanted to make it permanent, would be around £3 million, as been reported by all the big media outlets. We'll have to see how this one goes before we even consider that. But, poor recruitment again. Something needs to change come summertime. It's been a very disappointing transfer window yet again. And now we're suffering from it as well. When you look at the likes of Cameron Carter-Vickers being injured for a long time. Atate being injured again. Greg Taylor's still suffering with his kind of calf issues as well. So it's all going to bite us in the arse, really. And this is going to be the case now, unfortunately. Hopefully, we can push on despite injury issues, despite poor recruitment, and still go for that, or still win the title, of course. But it's going to be a lot tighter than it has been the last few years. So let's discuss some positive news, though, ahead of the game tomorrow, because, of course, we've got to focus our attention to Hibernian, because we are playing them tomorrow evening at Easter Road. It's going to be a big game, a must-win game as well. And we have been handed a boost ahead of this match as well, which, of course, is good news, despite what's been a very negative last few days for the club, I think, as well. So Dyson Maeda has been pictured in training. Of course, Japan were eliminated from the tournament following a last-minute 2-1 defeat to Iran in the last 8. So Maeda has returned back to the club, and he has been pictured back at Lennox Town training ahead of the game tomorrow, and it's been reported that he could feature tomorrow. Now, it's still early days. We don't know if he would start the match or if he would just make an appearance. Either way, of course, this is good news for us. If he can make an appearance tomorrow, hopefully start the game, he will be a massive boost for our hopes of winning this match at Easter Road, of course. What he brings to the game, both attacking-wise, but the most important thing, defensively as well. He's a very defensive player as well. He can help us when tracking back. And, if Bernabé is there, he could definitely add that quality to help him out in the game as well, playing. So very good news here. Of course, we have to wait and see if it is going to be a start or just a sub appearance for him. But regardless of that, it's definitely going to help us defensively as well with what he brings to his defensive contribution to the team as well. So good news here. Hopefully he makes an appearance. It's also worth noting as well, Hoyango Oi and Hoyeonjun Yang are both still unavailable. They're still with South Korea in the Asian Cup. They could reach the final later today if they beat Jordan. So good luck to them as well. I'll be now supporting South Korea in the competition. Haven't actually watched one game yet of the Asian Cup, but hopefully for them, they can do their country proud and win that competition. That'd be cool to see two Celtic boys getting their hands on that type of silverware as well. So best of luck to them as well in their competition in the game later tonight against Jordan. I think they're probably the favourites now to win it anyway, South Korea. But yeah, so apologies yet again for the lack of uploads in the last few days. It's all sorted now, back to daily uploads now for between now and the end of the season really. So yeah, apologies for that. As always, give me your score predictions for tomorrow's game. And yeah, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Celtic content. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.